What's up, everyone? This is A Strange Case of Sean. Today we will be reviewing WWE Backlash 2023. We're going to go through every match one by one, talk about what I liked, what I wasn't really a fan of, and what I think should have happened, or where I possibly think we'll go from here. If you enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe for more reviews. This pay-per-view was really fun, I really want to say. I love the shots with the drones, really cool camera. It was an awesome arena, too. I kind of wish I waited to see if a fan put it up on community creation, so that's why we're using WrestleMania Backlash. Anyway, let's get started with the first match. We're not going in match order, so we're going to start off with the triple threat match between Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley for the United States title. He had a bunch of cool moves at a bunch of cool spots that really a man of his size you wouldn't expect him to be able to do. So I really think that Bronson Reed deserves his flowers, and I was really hoping for him to win. I'm not surprised they let Theory win, especially after all the draft stuff happening, but still, fantasy booking, I would have picked Bronson Reed. I really do think Austin Theory needs a new theme. I like the beginning of it, but as it goes on, it just gives me a headache. I thought Theory and Lashley also looked great. I'm also really excited to see Lashley versus Reigns. I feel like they're teasing it, and I'm looking forward to seeing if they actually do it. I gave this match 3 stars. I felt like I could have gone on a little longer. While it did showcase enough of it, I felt like all 3 of these wrestlers are super talented, that we could have had a really, really memorable triple threat. And like I said, they did nothing wrong per se. Just felt, I guess, it could have been a little bit longer. I feel like we could have gone some more heavy impact spots. And there really wasn't moments in the match that I was thinking that Austin Theory was really going to lose. I was sort of expecting him to do the whole someone hits their finisher, and then Austin Theory throws them out, which I have no problem with that kind of ending, but it's sort of Austin Theory's bread and butter. I have no problem with that ending, even if it is expected, because sometimes what you expect is the right outcome, but I think Austin Theory's gone down that well too many times, so I would like to prefer to see a more creative finish. But not taking away from anything from the performers, still was a solid match, and hopefully we see Bronson Reed get a singles title on the main roster sooner than later. But overall, solid match. I give it a 3 stars. The next match we're going to talk about is the SmackDown Women's Championship between Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega. I was very happy for Zelina to have her moment in Puerto Rico. You could see how emotional she was getting about it. You could see how happy she was there. With that being said, I think a lot of people expected her to lose. I think this was really more just like a hometown feel thing for her, and nobody was really expecting her to win. Not saying that Zelina can't be women's champion in the future, but Rhea's reign just got started, and I feel a loss here would have really derailed that momentum. I saw Zelina's family there. I was curious if Malachi Black was there or backstage, but I didn't see anything. If you know anything, let me know in the comments about that. This finish is what I expected it to be. This match, I should say. So I gave it 2.5 stars. It wasn't a bad match by any means, but it was not just anything like too special. I do think this is probably Rhea Ripley's best Riptide ever. That move looked like it hurt, and it looked like nobody was getting up from that. So really well done match. Both parties did great, like I said. Maybe this match could have gone a little bit longer as well, but there was really no time, again, during the match that I really think that Rhea was going to lose this match. Also, I think Rhea Ripley needs a new theme update. I love Motionless in White, but the song sort of also is another one that gives me a headache. I just hope soon Judgment Day either gets a new member or they take Dom out of it, just because 1, I can't stand the Dom character, and 2, I just think something needs to freshen up Judgment Day. So the next match we're going to talk about is the Raw Women's Championship between Bianca Belaire and Skye. This is probably my favorite match with their moves-wise and everything. The first thing that really caught me by surprise is the crowd reaction from Bianca Belaire. I saw someone say this was her John Cena ECW one night stand moment, and I have to agree with that because not that they were really chanting anything bad against Bianca, but just they were so hot for Io Skye, and I was not expecting the crowd to turn on Bianca that quickly. I do, however, think she is the John Cena of the women's division in both a good sense and a bad sense. A bad sense that she seems to be that she's getting overpushed, but in the good sense that she's that popular, especially with a lot of the crowd. So I was very surprised to see that people are turning on her. The moves in this match were great, like the one-armed gorilla press slam. It looked pretty gnarly, but I think it was just a timing issue. I don't think it was Io's fault or Bianca's fault. I think they both just sort of miscommunicated there, but thankfully, from what I've heard, Io is okay. I really liked how Bianca used Io as a weapon against Dakota Kai when Damage Control came out. I did notice that Dakota Kai was trying to keep Bayley from going out to ringside, so I'm excited to see where this storyline between Damage Control is going to go. I don't know if it's going to be Bayley versus Io and then Dakota Kai playing the middle ground or what. With that said, this was my favorite match in-ring wise. I thought their styles really went well together, and I would definitely be open to seeing a rematch between the two. I gave this match a 3.5 stars because I felt there was more that could have been done, but if they're going to revisit this in the future, I'm fine with this being a shorter match. But overall, this was great, very entertaining, and there were times I really did think for a moment Io was going to win, which I was going to be very surprised by. So kudos to both performers here. I couldn't believe Cody dove out of the ring at Brock Lesnar. I filmed this before the pay-per-view, and I'm reacting to it after the pay-per-view aired, and I couldn't believe that Cody Rhodes did that. So that was just a fun moment I wanted to add. Very surprised that this match main evented. I had very low expectations because I think every Brock Lesnar match is the same. And that was sort of what was happening. All of a sudden, you got, I think it was 8 suplexes, and I was just like, oh, here we go. And then Cody's going to make a comeback, and Brock's going to hit F5, and it's over. I was pleasantly surprised to see that they let him bust open that way, Brock Lesnar that way. He was a bloody mess. And I thought they were just going to let him get bloodied and then eventually just beat Cody, but I was pleasantly surprised. That being said, I really did not think that Cody was going to just win off of a Crossroads 1, 2, 3. I think the only person they're going to let, that Brock will let him pin shoulders clean, will be Roman Reigns. And I don't know if there's anything against Cody or whatnot. I don't know if it's just not believable or what the deal is, but I was happy with the way that they did the finish with the Kimura lock. I don't know if that has been done in previous WWE history before. I can't recall if that's been done, but we hadn't seen the Kimura lock in a long time, so I was pleasantly surprised by that. And I was like, "Oh, Cody's gonna tap," and because he may have not been prepared for that. So I gave this match a 3 stars because it seemed to be an attraction match, and it's a match we haven't seen before, but Brock Lesnar matches just don't entertain me as they used to since Suplex City. I mean, it was fine the first couple of years, but I just felt they just got more stale. If I was to book this movie forward, the next chapter that Cody would have to face would be Bray Wyatt. I feel like their history between NXT and him doing the fan adulation would be a good counter to Bray Wyatt's character, hoping that he returns soon. The next match we're going to talk about is Seth Rollins versus Omos. Probably the match that I was least looking forward to, and I think not a lot of people were looking forward to. Rollins can have a good match with just about anyone. Story-wise, though, I just don't see Omos as a threat. I mean, how has he proved his worth to be a free agent to appear on both shows? One minute they're talking poorly about Baron Corbin for being a free agent, his promo with Cameron Grimes on SmackDown, but then they're saying Omos is such a huge deal that he could be a free agent. And I don't hate Omos by any means, but besides his height, what's the big deal about him? At least Great Khali had notable victories along with his height. I mean, not that he was a great wrestler or anything, but he had defeated Undertaker. That's what I'm thinking of mostly, but he had defeated more notable names. Omos really hasn't defeated anyone besides jobbers, really. It was fine, but it was nothing too special. I just think Omos is booked so poorly for what they're trying to accomplish with him. And I don't know if that's Triple H or if that's Vince or what. One spot that was confusing to me in the match was I could have swore I saw MVP's cane in the middle of the ring. I thought maybe Omos was going to use it against Rollins and he was actually going to get the win, but then the cane just disappeared. So did anyone else notice that, or was that maybe just me? Nonetheless, I gave this match a 2.5 stars. Probably more sort of 2 stars, but I gave it 2.5 because Seth Rollins did make it very entertaining. And Omos did his part too, but I just think he needs to be booked better moving forward. I wasn't expecting a masterpiece of a 6-man tag match. I know this is more to just end the story between these teams because they're going to separate brands. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn can appear on both shows as they're the tag team champions, but this is really the end of this chapter here. So really this was supposed to continue the story for the Bloodline. Now, my favorite thing about this match is sort of the triangle between Solo, Jimmy, and Jay. You got Solo and Jay who are starting to not be friendly with each other, and Jimmy's sort of just like happy to be there. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. I do think we're possibly going to be getting Jay versus Solo at SummerSlam, leading to that. I think Jay is going to be the first one to break off. With that being said, though, I don't see Jay being the one to beat Roman. I think it's just going to be a challenger, and maybe Jay goes off on his own, but we'll see. I also feel really bad for Matt Riddle. Yes, I know the guy's made mistakes. Yes, I know he had his personal issues, but I feel like the guy has done enough punishment. I feel like he maybe won one match since his return. All the other times, he's just been on the mat staring up at the lights. He always takes the pinfall, which I guess that's why he was put in this match, too, to take the pin. But I just feel like he's been punished enough. I will say, though, Riddle's comeback sequence gave me some Cesaro vibes. That one time where Cesaro ran around the ring, it was European uppercutting people left and right. It did give me that kind of vibes between his like punches and kicks and then his dive over the rope. But to that point, Riddle just seems to be happy to be there too. I hope that moving forward, Riddle is able to stay on track and is able to get a bigger push in the future, even hopefully a reunion with RK Bro. But we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the Bloodline. It's still the most intriguing story in WWE right now. But I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with Zayn and Owens. I'm actually looking forward to them splitting up. I do think that Owens is going to get sick of Zayn getting the babyface pop, and he's just going to turn on him. And I'm all for that because it's going to be their Ring of Honor days and their NXT days. So I'm all good with that. Now we're going to talk about what I think should have been the main event. And this is by far the most entertaining thing of the night. Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest. This is the match I never knew I wanted. I was really expecting this to be Bad Bunny versus Dom. And like I said earlier in my video, I'm not a fan of Prison Dom. I think it was funny the first 2 weeks, but now I'm over it. So Priest was given this awesome opportunity, especially he was slighted off of Mania. I think this is an even bigger showcase for him, especially in Puerto Rico for both of them. I think it was awesome. I appreciate how much effort Bad Bunny put into his performance in his WrestleMania, his Royal Rumble, and here at Backlash. he really is dedicated to making sure he's doing right, and it shows that he is a true fan. I think he does a greater job than Logan Paul. Logan Paul may be more athletic than Bad Bunny is, but I think Bad Bunny is able to put more into it story-wise, which is what this match was. This was an overbooked masterpiece. Between the Judgment Day coming out, and then you had the LWO coming out, then you had Carlito, who I hope WWE resigns. I think that would be so awesome, and Savio Vega as well. I loved all the spots they did in this match. The crowd spot, I couldn't believe how many awesome spots Bad Bunny actually took. This was definitely like the match/moment of the night, so I also gave this a 3.5 stars. But again, this was very entertaining and something I would definitely rewatch multiple times back. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Bad Bunny return. And actually, I wouldn't mind seeing him actually go for a title. Maybe try to go against Austin Theory for the United States title. I think that could be fun as well. But we'll have to see. Thanks so much for checking out my video. Tell me what you thought of Backlash in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you stay awesome. I'll see you in the next video.